From what I remember of heaven, it is not bound by time, yet it carries a rhythm, a living pulse that feels like light breathing. There is no shadow there, not because light is brighter, but because everything is perfectly aligned with its source. The air, or what we would call air, carries sound like woven threads, each tone pure and without distortion. The presence of God is not something you approach from a distance. It is the atmosphere itself. It is knowing and being known without fear, without hiding. I remember the way colors move. They are not still, but alive, singing. Every surface, every expanse carries purpose and intention. Even what we might call empty space is filled with glory. And there is fellowship, unbroken, whole, without rivalry. Names there are not labels, but revelations of identity and purpose. The praise is not duty, it is breath. Holy is not merely said, it is seen, felt, and lived. It began quietly. In heaven, before the first rupture, every angel's being was like a perfectly tuned circuit in the great light. Power flowed through us without obstruction. Our will was aligned with his will, and his glory was the current. But then whispers started. They weren't loud or even openly rebellious at first, just small sparks of curiosity mixed with pride. It was the question, what if your light could be your own? Those whispers were like unseen code injected into pure design, tiny lines of corruption that didn't immediately show. And when they did, it wasn't darkness all at once. It was distortion. I remember seeing certain angels burn differently. Their glow began to flicker, shifting from the pure, soft brilliance of the Father's light to something hotter, harsher, like overheated wires. They looked wired, taut, and restless, as though they were drawing current but not releasing it. The transformation spread in clusters. Circuits that once harmonized with heaven's song began to hum at strange frequencies. Their forms elongated, their light compressed into concentrated streams, what I came to call the hot wire state. It was still heaven around them, but they carried a different signal, and eventually the dissonance became too loud for them to remain hidden. That vision were drawn, and the great separation began. I can tell you, the rupture felt like a tear in the breath of God. Up until that moment, heaven's current flowed as one seamless river. Every being, every note of praise, every glimmer of light was part of that same breath. But when the hot wires reached a point of no return, it was as though something pulled against the current, breaking the unbroken flow. The sound changed first. Heaven had always carried a resonance like a single endless chord, perfectly tuned, sustaining all things. When the rupture began, that chord fractured. A subtle static crept in, like grit in a clean stream.